I'm Todd Matthews, and what I mean by that is this educational segment we've been putting on at about 9:30 on Wednesday mornings for over a decade now, called Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner, with questions being answered that are largely submitted by you. Boy, there's a lot to understand about the law. Most of us do not. And here to help us do that is Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner? And Bruce, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How you doing this beautiful morning?
Just fine, just fine. And I'm sure you're well, especially with the weather looking so nice.
Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you.
Good, good. We should all be able to say that, but unfortunately, in each of our lives, sometimes trouble creeps in a little bit, and we've got one of those scenarios in an email today that I'd like to read to you and then get your feedback on. Are you set? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, here's what it says. My husband was rear-ended while on his way to work. His doctor thought it was only soft tissue damage, but when he went back after a week in severe pain, he referred him to a specialist. After more tests, they discovered he had a small disc herniation in his neck, which required surgery. The initial offer from the at-fault driver's insurance company was $6,700. They feel this was a pre-existing condition, but my husband has never had a neck issue in the past. He's been out of work for 7 weeks and is unsure when he'll be able to return or how limited he will be. The at-fault driver has $50,000 bodily injury liability, and we carry full coverage, including, here are the magic words, uninsured motorist coverage. How can we make the insurance company be more reasonable? That's a pretty loaded question, but I know somebody that can provide an answer. Bruce, what do you make of this?
Well, it's really pretty straightforward. The insurance company is being a typical insurance company. Their motto is, we never pay, or in the alternative, we pay as little as we can, whether that's reasonable or not. So the only thing that these poor people could do is retain an experienced personal injury lawyer, because they're going to have to file a lawsuit against the at-fault party because of that unreasonably low offer.
Okay.
And when the insurance company says it's a pre-existing injury, that's a standard cop-out defense by insurance companies.
Yeah.
So even if it is a pre-existing condition, this accident or crash would be an aggravation of a pre-existing injury, which they are entitled to recover for.
Yeah, if it was, it could have made it a lot worse. I see that.
Exactly. In addition, fortunately, these people have uninsured motorist coverage, so they should immediately file a claim with their uninsured motorist coverage, because even the $50,000 is not enough to satisfy the damages.
Right.
So either the uninsured motorist carrier will be reasonable and make a substantial offer, because that's a big, big case.
Okay.
Or they'll have to include the uninsured motorist company in the lawsuit.
Okay, let me ask you this, Bruce, because that's twice now you've mentioned filing a lawsuit, and it may end up needing to be just that. But a lot of us kind of cringe when we think about having to go to court and all of that. Just because you file a lawsuit, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to end up having to go through all of that, right?
Well, probably 95% of the cases where a lawsuit is filed settle before it actually goes to trial.
Right.
But in this particular case, the insurance company is being so unreasonable, unless they have a substantial change in their position, trial may be necessary.
Yeah. And if that's the case, you're ready to go. I know that.
And, a good, competent personal injury lawyer would love to take this case to trial.
Okay. Well, that sounds very promising. Of course, the injuries don't sound very promising, and I'm so sorry that somebody has to go through this, but at least it seems like a recovery is very likely from the things you're saying. That's great.
Yep. I think that these people just need to contact the experienced lawyer as soon as possible and have them get to work.
Sounds good, Bruce. Thanks once again for your timeless wisdom and all of your decades of experience. We really appreciate it.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
All right. You take care, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. And if you would like to submit a question for future consideration, you're welcome to do the same thing. You can do that on our station website. Just put the keyword Bruce in the search box. That'll take you where you need to go. If you are dealing with an injury, as is this case, then please call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner and do it today. 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. And be sure to tell them Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.